Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you continue to watch it and you find something useful and needed from this video. To my OGs that's been rocking with me since day one or for a long time, thank you guys for coming back again. So we are back for another video, and as you see with the title of this video is the importance of notarizing documents correctly. So the reason I wanted to do this video is because recently I had a direct client reach out to me who needed to have a apostille completed. When she sent me the document, the notary who notarized the document incorrectly. Then I also had another notary who I am a courier for. They had someone contact them because they needed to have another notarization done because the previous notary had did the notarization incorrect as well. So I was like, you know what? Let's get some education here. Let's put this education out in the notary industry, which will make us all better. So that is why I am doing this video today. So first of all, we're going to get right into it with number one. And number one is legal validity. So a document that is improperly notarized can be declared invalid. If that document is declared invalid, it could lead to contracts being voided, which of course, as we know as notaries, with your refinances or a buyer's package, a little bit harder for a seller's package. It can be voided or it can be rejected. We understand that these are time sensitive documents, and ensuring that we notarize them correctly means that they can be legally validated and continue on the process to whatever it is needed with the notarization, which is why the notarization was done in the first place. Proper notarization ensures for legal validity that the signer's identity, willingness, and awareness was complied with, which makes the document legally sound. So that's number one, legal validity. Number two is avoiding legal liability. So incorrect notarizations can lead to lawsuits, fines, or license revocation. As we know, when we're doing these documents, a lot of the times when we're doing loan signing documents or when we're doing general notary appointments, I don't know if, or remote online notary, I don't know if you all know, but of course, this goes back to number one, meaning that once we notarize that document, once we sign it and we put our stamp on there, we are basically stating that this is a legal document that can be used in a court of law if needed, um, which means that notarizing properly means that we avoid legal liabilities. We all know that even small mistakes, like missing anything on your notarial certificate, that means not checking the box when you're stating whether or not it was done in physical presence or online notarization. That means missing the date. That means missing the venue. That means missing the type of document that the person provided, or even missing the smallest thing as the date that your commission is going to expire. Missing that can put us at risk because a complaint can be filed against us with the state because we're commissioned with them as a public official. They can file a complaint against our errors and omissions insurance because we could have cost the signer or the lender or the title company money by notarizing that document incorrectly. So ensuring that we notarize the document correctly, avoids legal liability. Number three, protecting the public is, as you all know, we are public officials, and we are trusted by the state to ensure that we follow our notary laws and that we do the notarization correctly. So, as a public official, when we have our signers, we are that fraud prevention or that fraud detection. Because the way we do that is because we are supposed to prevent fraud, we verify identities, and we serve as impartial witnesses. Of course, if a document is notarized incorrectly, it can enable fraudulent activities, which harms individuals and which harms the community. As we all know, we've heard these stories about people who go and get get a property owner's parcel number and their address, and then they have a deed completed and notarized incorrectly, which means that they're taking, either trying to get a refinance or a HELOC, and the primary owner who owns the home or owns the property, they never know anything about it. So protecting the public is number three, because as a notary and a public official, us being able to identify the signers and say, hey, let me look at this driver's license, or let me look at this passport, and this doesn't look right, this looks like it's been altered. This allows us to continue to protect the public, but it also allows us to continue to protect ourselves as a trusted public official with the state that we are commissioned in. Number four, we have professional reputation. Like I state to a lot of people, the best advertisement is word of mouth. So, as a public official who is trusted by the state who has commissioned us as a notary, our ability to notarize documents correctly, it builds trust with our clients, it builds trust with the signing services, it builds trust with law firms, it builds trust with title companies, and it also builds trust with um, uh, escrow companies. And because of that, um, it can lead to more, it leads to more work coming our way, whether or not it's from a direct client through a general notary appointment because you did a refinance for them, their refinance was done correctly, they know that you're going to get it done correctly. So let me call Natalie now and let her know, hey Natalie, I have a trust or some estate planning documents we need to get done. Are you available? Yes, I am. Let's set up a date and time in order to get that completed. But if I had notarized their documents correctly, it would have damaged my credibility, and it also would have cost me future business as well. It would have cost me future business with the signing service, it would have cost me future business with a title company, and it also would have cost me future business with the clients themselves. Because if I went and I did a refinance or a purchase or a HELOC and I mess up their documents, then guess what that means? That means I have to go back out and I have to do the documents all over again. That means that if they have a friend that calls them in 6 months and say, hey, I need to get a document notarized, do you know a notary? They're not going to think of me. They're going to think of someone else who may have notarized something for them before, or they may tell them, hey, you can go to the bank to get it done, or you can go Google it and see who else you can find. But don't use the notary we use, because she messed up our documents and she had to come out here and she had to fix them, and then that led to delay in us getting our funds. It all goes back to number three, which is protecting the public, which goes back to number two, which is a legal liability, which goes back to number one, to the legal validity of the document. And last, we have number five. Number five is compliance with state laws. Since we are trusted officials that have been commissioned by the state that we live in, each state has its own notarization laws, and we have to know them in order to ensure that we're compliant with them and the documents that we complete are compliant with them as well. If we notarize a document incorrectly, then that we could have penalties, because because we are not ensuring that our notarial acts can stand up in court or official review. So in the state of Florida, if you are doing a notarization physical presence, there are 9 requirements that have to be on your notarial certificate in order to make it valid. And if you are doing a remote online notarization in Florida, there are 11 things that you need in order to make sure that that document is valid. I am going to put those for my Florida notaries at the end of this video. I'm pretty sure we know them, but I'm going to just put them down. I'll do them separately, one for physical presence and one for remote online notary, so we're aware and we know all of the requirements for the state that we live in, which is Florida, which is where I am. So those are our 5 reasons that it is important to notify, to know the importance of notarizing documents correctly. I hope that you guys have gotten something out of this video. Please, down in the comments, let me know if you've ever had this issue before. Let me know if you um, notified the signer to contact the original notary and let them know that the document was done incorrectly. And if so, do you know how that turned out with them? Did the notary, if you did it personally on behalf of the signer, did the notary take your information, take your criticism, for you to try to help them to ensure that they're notarizing correctly? Or were they upset and stated that they know how to notarize and that they did not need to hear that information from you? As far as the two individuals the one individual that I had and the other notary, we did tell them to reach out to those notaries and let them know that the document was done incorrectly and that they could handle it from there on whether or not they felt that they needed a refund, being that the documents were completed incorrectly. So I hope you guys enjoy this little video. I can't wait to read your comments regarding whether or not you've been through this process or not and how you came out on the other side. Well, until next time, happy stamping and signing.